guys, welcome back to another solo dungeon video. This time we're gonna be using Kilo. This fruit is bad. It has no other uses other than dungeons. It's terrible for PvP and farming. It's just bad. The stamina drain on this thing is ridiculous, but it is good for dungeons. So there at least there's that. Oh yeah, and here are my stats. So I know I only have 5 stat points left over, but you only need 200, the 250 stamina, the 250 defense, and the sword master you only need about 500 or 600, one of the two. So you should have like 200 stat points left over. You can do whatever you want. I put it in sword, as you can see, but you can put it into extra stamina or extra defense. You only need 45 devil fruit because that's what it takes to get Kilo Crash. And yeah, onto the dungeons. Alright, for the dungeons themselves, I'm going to be doing all the bosses and the NPCs on the Coliseum because it's the smallest map. There's nothing to hide behind, so it should be easier on the other maps if you can just copy what I do here. So what you want to do is you want to just go up in the sky like I just did and use Kilo Rise or Kilo Descend. It doesn't matter which one you use. As long as you press one of those, you'll immediately start floating. And then you're going to use your Gravity Cane or your Rokushiki to kill them. Now, if you're using Rokushiki, you just use your Tempest Kick. And if you're using Gravity Cane, just use Gravity Field like I did. Now, Gravity Field on the lower rounds will recharge slower than the enemy spawn, so just wait a little, and then you can do it again. But for Rokushiki, you don't have to, the cooldown's much shorter, so you don't have to wait. So yeah. Also, you're gonna do this from all waves, from wave 1 all the way up to wave 25, except for the boss waves. But yeah, this works from wave 1 to wave 25. All the waves this works. You're just gonna have to go a little bit higher, as I'm gonna show in the video. For the higher waves, you're just gonna have to go a little higher to avoid the one sword style and the Kurobachi users. Alright, so here's me doing wave 21 to wave 25. Around wave 10 to wave 25, a lot more bazooka people are gonna spawn. So what you want to do is you want to not get your move canceled, because if your move gets canceled, then you're kind of dead, because the Kilo move takes like a lot of stamina, so the cooldown for your move won't happen in time. So what you want to do is you want to move slightly so the bazooka doesn't hit you before you use your move. Like right when you're about to use your move, just move out of the way so that the bazooka won't hit you at all. Alright, so for every boss wave, what you want to do is when you get reset to the middle after the end of the wave, you want to back up slightly from where you spawn, because that's exactly where the boss is going to spawn. And when it says new wave starting, use Gravity Frenzy, and that's all that matters. So for this particular boss, the Hie boss, he's going to use a stomp, and then a bird, and then he's going to use his ultimate. So to bait his ultimate, just jump above him, and then you can kill him however you want. You can use your moves, you can M1 him, it doesn't matter. Alright, next is the Mera boss. So same thing, use Gravity Frenzy, and then he's gonna use Flame Pillar. He might Fire Fist, but he's most likely gonna use Flame Pillar, and then you're just gonna use Gravity Field, and then you can just M1 him after that, and then that's the Mera boss. Alright, lastly is gonna be the Pika boss. So you're gonna do the same thing, Gravity Frenzy, and then he's gonna use Mirror Kick and then Light Kick. So just back up for that, and then he's going to use his ultimate right after those two moves. So I Tech Eye just to be safe. You can regular block, but just Tech Eye if you really want to be cautious. And then you're going to jump up close to him so that he can use his light sword. You actually want him to use it because he's stuck in the air like that until like he uses a move, so you have to bait out that move. and then you can just M1 him, use your moves. That's the light boss. Alright, so for the Roku Hie Boss, you want to use your ultimate and then a Roku kick, and after that, it's up to you. I go in for M1s because it's a solo boss, but you can just spam Roku if you want to keep it safe. It's up to you, honestly. Alright, so for the Mera boss, you're going to use your ultimate again, and then a Roku kick. I missed mine, but that's fine. And for this boss, you actually do want to go in for M1s. It's a lot easier on him, and he doesn't like have a bunch of like push off moves, so yeah, just M1 the Mera boss. It's a lot easier. And lastly, the Pika boss, same thing, use your ultimate and a Roku kick. So, but for the Pika boss, he's going to do a mirror kick and then a light ray. So you're going to just back up, wait for him. I bait out his sword early. You don't have to, but I did it because with Roku you since you have range moves, you can actually hit him in the air. So yeah. Alright, so I'm only going to be showing 2 double bosses, which is Hie, Mera, and Pika and Mera. Double Mera, double Pika, and double Hie are super easy this update, so I won't be showing them. But for Hie and Mera, you want to focus the Hie boss because his freezes are super annoying, especially with Mera on the field because he can just constantly firefly you and tick you for a lot of damage. So just try to finish off the Hie boss as quickly as possible and then go for the Mera. Because even though the Mera has the fireflies, it's the Hie's freezing that's super annoying. In the clip I just jump above and then use Gravity Frenzy and get lucky. But just make sure to go after the Hie boss normally though. Okay, and lastly in Pika and Mera. So what you want to do is Gravity Frenzy them when they spawn. And then you're going to wait for Pika to use his Mirror Kick and his Light Ray. When he's done using that, use Tech Eye. Because you're going to want to block his ultimate and Mera's ultimate. Mera's ultimate is the annoying one in this situation. So you just want to Tech Eye to make sure you block that one too. And then you're going to untech Eye. You actually want to get hit by the Flame Pillar. It will blast you away. And the Pika boss will be in the air. Don't worry about the Pika boss. He's going to light ray you, don't worry about it. Just focus the Mera boss and then go for the Pika boss. Because the Pika boss is the much easier one this update. If you're wondering why I'm not showing Roku double bosses, it's because Roku on the Coliseum is very hard, like super hard. Like I only done it once when there was double bosses and I wasn't recording. Like anytime I try to record it, I fail. Like Roku on the Coliseum is super hard. But if you're on the grass map or the sky map, it's kind of easy because there's a lot more room to run away and use your kick and run away and use your kick. So if you get the Coliseum and Roku you can try it, but I wouldn't recommend it. I would just stick to the grass map and the sky map. So that is how to solo dungeons with Kilo. Hopefully you get a fruit soon that you can get off of this terrible fruit. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe if it was helpful. And yeah, I'm out.